No Jumper News Stream, baby. We in the mix. What's
Are we
going on?
live?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Good afternoon,
How y'all feeling?
peeps. Feeling good? How you feeling?
Not too bad.
The homie growing that beard, man.
I was just gonna say, I wonder why you never had your beard in the first place. Why was you cutting it?
I thought that
You want to look younger,
yeah, I thought it was, but I think it's kind of like had the opposite effect in a weird way.
like a grown ass Caillou.
Yeah, it just like made me look like older. But I thought, I don't know, and I was just kind of.
Oh shit.
Beards are uncomfortable to me, but I'm willing to.
When
Pain is beauty.
When they first grow in, that's the worst. Like the worst couple weeks. That shit itches so bad.
I was scared that my shit was gonna be like hella white too,
Patchy.
but it's not. Like, you feel me? I thought I was.
Oh, you thought they had the grays in
Yeah,
there?
but I guess not.
A beard is the pea magnet.
Apparently,
It really
so.
is.
Yeah.
Apparently so. Now it got me a flavor saver.
A beard can take a man from a 6 to a 9.
Message.
Speaking of 69,
Yeah. Speaking of 6ix9ine,
Lil Gotit is going after 6ix9ine.
Lil got it.
Lil got it.
Lil Got. Wait, y'all saying got? One of
It's
y'all
Lil
saying
Gotit.
got. One of y'all saying got it.
Got
Got
it.
it.
Got
What
Got
I
it.
say, Gotti?
Yeah.
Lil Gotit is going after 6ix9ine after Tekashi disrespected Lil Keed, and then I can't see the right side.
Lil Gotit posted an Instagram story calling out the infamous rainbow-haired rapper after 6ix9ine had disrespected Keed while going after Gunna for allegedly snitching. Keed died at 24 in May of this year. Rest in paradise. He was really dope. Hey, keep that shit toward Gunna, bro. Gotit began in his video. Don't put my brother name in this shit. You tripping. I don't give a fuck about none of that. What y'all got going on, I'm going to tell you, I ain't playing on my brother. I don't care about no security. I don't care about none of that. Let's be honest, bro. At what point are people going to stop acknowledging this guy? Like, the worst thing you could do with 6ix9ine is bring him any relevance and acknowledge him. Like,
I mean, but you got to be fair though. If somebody got snitching rumors, and this is the time to pop out.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's clear as day that 6ix9ine wants to, from day one he been saying this. Everybody ain't street. Everybody ain't this. So when situations come out where it's like the street niggas is telling, oh, of course he gonna come out of hiding and pop his shit.
Of
You know
course,
what I mean?
of course he finna do that.
For sure.
But why does it have to be acknowledged on the other side? Like, why do people have to give credence to anything he's saying?
Why do we give interviews to anybody off the street?
Why are we reporting on this?
it's the same
But,
shit.
but that's the thing, though. There wouldn't be anything to report on if there wasn't a response.
True.
You know what I mean? If he wasn't like, because like you already know. Okay, how many people have threatened 6ix9ine? How many people have tried to push his line? And then what winds up happening? Wow, inevitably nothing every single time. So if people would just stop acknowledging him, because the worst thing you could do, like, he's a clout demon. The more energy you give him, the more stronger he grows.
Well, we live at a time now that the most disrespectful you are usually makes headlines and shit. It's like, oh, I can't believe he said that. And I don't know. I mean, like you said, we shouldn't give any news to it, but here we are.
It's not, yeah, and like, it becomes news when Gotit responds. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, obviously it's deplorable for 6ix9ine to talk about dead people and throw them in the mix.
He's been doing that.
Yeah, exactly. He this is the same dude that was talking about dead ops of people that weren't his ops, like just random dead rappers, and throwing them in the mix and doing all kinds of lame shit like that. But at a certain point, it becomes news because people respond to it. And then when nothing winds up happening, it makes them look bad. So it's like,
I mean, but realistically, we talk about this all the time. The chances of these rappers, these people that are rich, to go out and you see them do some street shit is slim to none. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to see, what's the chances that 6ix9ine run into anybody he got beef with?
so when I don't expect guys like Gotit to be the one to actually do it. But when I hear like, oh, okay, like, I feel like he's representing all his people. So when he makes that statement, someone in his camp is then going to take that upon
Yeah, but
himself.
where they gonna find them?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he kind of trolls people with the whole I walk around without no security, homies around me.
where does he be?
I don't know, but
Do you usually spot him out, and then you spot him out, he got security?
right.
And 9 times out of 10, Niggas don't want to go to jail. Ain't nobody really willing to crash out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To prove a point when it comes down to him. So let's keep it real. Like, unless you catch him in a wild situation, rare situation where he's slipping and you got the upper hand, nothing's gonna happen.
It reminds me of, remember the Takers?
Yeah.
And there's GBO Gaston, and what was the other guy's name that wound up dying?
The one that got killed in Lakewood.
Yeah. Those dudes were popping up in people's hoods when nobody was there, when they knew nobody was there, hopping out for 45 seconds, dissing the hood, doing this, like, and then bouncing before there's any chance of a repercussion.
But
you know
see,
what I mean?
the difference is they weren't working with no bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They were still local. You know what I mean? And then you can't, you
No,
doing
for
stuff
sure.
like that. Somebody know where you live. Somebody's going to spot you out. It's different if you got you're a multi-millionaire and you could just go city to city, go overseas, talk shit and crazy. Like,
But that's the same type of. You're right. It's harder to get to him, but that's also the same type of shit that 6ix9ine be doing. Like when he hopped out in the 6-0s and filmed in front of the Nipsey mural and all that. Like he did that when he knew nobody was finna be there and all that. Like
This situation not the only thing that he done came out and trolled and said something about neither though. Because
course.
it's been hella situations where he just came out super duper fucking disrespectful and people just felt like, you know what, we gotta defend whoever it is that he talking about and everybody started going at him. But it's like,
ultimately, we're yelling at the screen.
yes.
How you, like Les said, how you handle somebody like that is, you don't give them no attention at all.
Well,
you
see-
don't stream the music. You don't do anything. You know what I mean? Because that money got to keep coming in somehow.
Nip said put the goofy niggas on goofy time.
that's what I'm saying. Like this is a dude that literally, the more he gets acknowledged, the bigger he gets. The less we acknowledge him, the less his echo chamber gets, the quieter his voice becomes, till he inevitably and eventually fades into obscurity and he's gone.
See, I think though, I think whether we acknowledge him or not, he's just one of those people who's just a virus. Like he doesn't give a fuck whether we're talking about him or not. He's going to continue to troll and continue to talk shit as much as he freaking wants to. Cause I feel like these last maybe 4 months or something, it kind of seemed like he just went under the radar. But there was still videos coming up where he was trolling Durkio. Perkio.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Remember it, and niggas didn't really give it any attention, but he still was coming out and, trolling. He's just a fucking virus.
The thing is, like, a lot of people want to make the comparison between Gunna snitching and if Gunna snitched or comparing to what 6ix9ine did. Now, the difference between Gunna and 6ix9ine in this situation, obviously they're both rats, right? But what Gunna didn't do is bring beef to the set. He didn't add to the problems. Literally, 6ix9ine was creating. He's putting money on people's heads, having his homies get into funk and all that.
He was doing a lot.
He was asking for the smoke too.
He's asking for the smoke. He's
Yeah.
literally adding to all the shit, which inevitably, eventually, they wind up getting prosecuted for. So that's like the biggest difference. Gunna wasn't on any of that time. Now you could say, arguably, yes, did Gunna benefit from the affiliation of this alleged criminal organization? Sure, he did. It probably raised his profile to a degree, but he wasn't making fools crash out on his behalf.
And 6ix9ine, the difference between Gunna and 6ix9ine too is 6ix9ine was a freaking creative player. Like
Yeah.
that was somebody that they created, put a wig on, put makeup on, and said, "Here, do this," and then everybody benefited off of it to some
See,
extent.
Gunna's music was never like street.
Not like
But
that.
if you
Right.
know, in the background, people are like, oh, he's a loc. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this shit is like,
He would make subtle references to it and all that, but it was never like the primary line he was pushing.
Yeah.
He was just on some like fly shit, player shit. When I first saw Gunna, I had no idea he was like gangbang affiliated or anything like that. I thought he was just a regular dude, but then it comes out, 6ix9ine, he always had that in his music. He had that image before he was rocking with the 9 Trey Bloods and all that. Like he had,
Oh, really?
Yeah. He had like the image of with the hair. And,
he was
you know
pushing
what I
that
mean?
line. He was getting
Yeah.
them tattoos.
Yeah.
He was doing.
Really?
He was
Yeah.
doing all that shit.
So is he really from there?
No.
I mean, look, I think he lived around that area. People seen him getting a little clout on SoundCloud.
That's what it was.
He pushing, and then they like, hey, come on.
But he
Niggas-
was rapping about a lifestyle he wasn't living.
But yeah, like he was rapping about like up in the pole. He had a song called "Poles" with Trippie Redd and shit. Like, and but the thing also is to make it further clear that he wasn't really jacking that blood shit like that. It's because he used to be around Hoovers before then, and he even says on that song Gummo, he said like with the Hoovers and the Billies, like he references that like the fact that he's around Hoovers.
and
too.
I can confirm he had some real Hoovers with him too.
Yeah.
Some real ones.
When he was in LA, even.
For sure.
Yeah, when he was, and that's what kept him safe.
Bro, they took him to the Nickersons. They was taking him to the right places.
That's why I feel like too, we like us as a culture, we have to accept some type of accountability for allowing this person to come over here and perpetrate.
But it's not just 6ix9ine because this is where we at now. We live at a time, especially in Los Angeles, niggas is broke as fuck. So if somebody comes and they got millions and they looking at it like, oh, this is our opportunity or our window to extort, to, bring their people in and get deals and do all type of shit. So as long as you got the bag, niggas honestly, they don't even care if you snitching like that. Not everybody, but there's some motherfuckers that look past certain shit to be like, okay, he the homie, he got the bag, he about to do this for us. And you paying, you know what I'm saying? You basically just paying your way into the shit. That's why this shit is so watered down now. And when situations happen, when niggas fold, this is a result of it. It's like you weren't built for this to be in the beginning anyway.
His situation was a crazy backfire though. Like
1,000, but
it seemed like everybody got fucked.
well, it's crazy because if you look at like the way LA is and like the landscape of the gangs in relation to the music industry in LA, back in the day, there's a lot of rappers that weren't pushing any type of gangster vibe or line
At all.
and the gang politics wouldn't affect them at all. And I'll even point to certain movements as recently, because it was a while ago, but it wasn't that long ago. Look at like Odd Future when they came
they don't have to
you know
do
what I mean?
nothing.
They didn't have to do nothing. But nowadays, it's become so like entrenched with like the gangs have now fully inserted themselves into all aspects of the industry to the point
Whether
where
it's security, whether it's...
right, you're gonna be paying taxes one way or the other,
some way or another.
1,000%.
But I remember a time in LA where it was like artists felt like they had to push a street card to get recognition.
Right.
And I feel like that's kind of what it is now. Like, when you hear about rappers from Jacksonville, they all talking about, you know what I'm saying, dissing ops, doing this, doing that. Chicago, dissing ops, doing that. And it's like, the more disrespectful and the more crazy it is, it seems like we're telling the kids, like, this is how you get attention. This is how you get a record deal. So I see how this can force, young kids to be like, you know what? Let me go join the hood so I can get some credibility so I can get a fucking record deal.
1,000%. But it's weird because if you look at back in the day in LA, there's certain groups like the Far Side, the Alcoholics. There's groups that had, gold plaques and were huge touring acts, top 10 Billboard charting singles and all that are from Los Angeles and had no...
But they still
But
had
what about-
backing from street niggas,
Yeah,
so
that's what I
they
was
were
gonna
all
say.
there.
What about like a Death Row?
Well, yeah, but look at every artist that was signed to Death Row.
They were all
fit-
affiliated.
Yeah, but they all fit that image too. There wasn't any artists on Death Row that weren't pushing.
It's not too many people. Odd Future is the anomaly where it's like, okay, they're from LA, but they don't have no type of connection. And you feel me? That's rare.
And I feel like
our Future is probably like the only people who wasn't doing it. But like I said, if you think about Death Row, everybody that was a part of Death Row was affiliated with some hood somewhere on the West
But
Coast.
even if you didn't gangbang, you were with Death Row, you was with the niggas.
Exactly.
And they pretty much like name a single rapper that was a part of Death Row that wasn't talking about gangbanging to some extent. The only one I can think of was the R&B dude Denny Boy.
Yeah.
He's like the only one. Every single other person.
Misha
like, yeah, Misha like the R&B singers. Like
She got a baby with Suge and a
that's
baby
what
with
I'm
Dre.
saying. And it was
Yeah.
fucking Pac too, right? But look at like all the rappers from the Dog Pound to RBX to I guess Lady of Rage wasn't, but she's not even from LA. She's from Virginia.
She was still
originally.
pushing that line.
And she was still kind of pushing that line, and she's raw as fuck, by the way.
Super.
One of the
maybe it
dopest
was-
female rappers ever.
Maybe it was more discreet then, but it definitely existed.
No, it for sure existed, but my point was there is a time in LA way, where you didn't have to have, like the Far Side didn't have gang affiliations to any degree.
When that might have disappeared, could have been like during the jerking era, maybe.
I mean, yeah,
because it kind of like it seemed like the gang banging and music kind of stopped, and then it came back at a certain point.
Yeah, but the jerking era was like more local success. Other than a few records, it didn't go crazy mainstream for long.
R.I.P.
The
Herbo.
For sure.
The artists who became mainstream and successful from the jerking era then.
And R.I.P. Third.
Yep, for real. Well, that's the thing. The jerking era is kind of interesting because with the like after the early 2000s, after like the fall of Death Row, late 90s, there was really no mainstream successful rapper other than The Game.
Why though? We were blackballed. For a long time.
No, for sure. Regardless of the reason, yes, we were 1000% blackballed, but there was no successful West Coast or really West Coast as a whole. Because even in the Bay Area, there wasn't anyone popping off.
It was like a couple of sprinkles. Like Bishop Lamont was kind of getting up there.
Almost got it, but didn't.
G Malone was doing his thing. He had got a big deal. J Rock was just coming out.
YG was super successful.
YG came afterwards.
Saying, though.
YG came afterwards. Before a game, the person that kind of got some real success was Gorilla Black. They were pushing him out.
I went too far up. Yeah.
That was like very early. That's like the year 2000, 2001.
Yeah. But then after Gorilla Black, like he was at some time, he was the only one. I feel like Hot Dollar kind of was getting up there too. And then Game came, and then he just swept this shit up. He had it on his back for a long time.
And I think Dollar was actually after that, too.
Yeah.
He was after the Game, because Game came out.
R.I.P. Dollar, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. Game was like, what, 03? He came out? Like
03, 04?
Yeah, you know what I mean? But if you look at it, between, with literally you named every potential exception to the rule, because none of those dudes really broke out. Like Bishop Lamont, really the only one you could say did was G Malone. You know what I mean? Because he actually had that what was it called? Certified. That was like a top 10 record. That was a really big song. With the exception of that, nobody in LA blew up until 2010 when YG came out, which is the tail end of the jerking era.
Look what we was competing with. You got G Unit going crazy, 50 Cent as a solo artist, Murder Inc. is going crazy with all their R&B shit.
Well, by that time, Murder Inc. was done.
Yeah, all that shit's
2000
done.
What?
50 white.
2010.
And see,
I'm talking about who we were in competition with the artists that y'all said didn't blow.
Well, we were blackballed. You know what I mean? They wouldn't sign, the labels wouldn't sign no West Coast artists.
There's a lot of
for
talent.
for over a decade. And then they had,
think about like Sly Boogie, Dirty
Sly
Bird.
Boogie,
There's a lot of dope rappers from Southern Cali.
But that's what I'm saying.
Crooked
Look
Eye,
who the West Coast is in competition with. Look what's going on in other regions.
You gotta look from behind the scenes. So what started happening is more niggas started coming out here. We had all type of award shows. We had all type of situation. Niggas was getting robbed left and right. To the labels, they're like, let's pull all our resources from the West Coast. We don't want to sign no West Coast acts. So for a long time, it was a big dry spell. And then it became a big thing with Power 106. They were saying that, they were protesting. They were like, they don't play LA music. And listen, you think the protesters or something now? No, they were on some crazy shit back then.
Yeah.
They were trying to kidnap DJs. You feel me? They was doing all type of shit.
And they was really, like, a lot of this stemmed from also, they're still mad about Biggie.
Yeah.
That was like 100%. Really the beginning of it.
That was the real beginning of it.
That was the real beginning of it. And then, like everything you said, fools starting to get a taste of being taxed by the West.
And shout out to Philly Phil, because I know that's probably a hard time to be him back then.
For real.
I'm just realizing the years.
What happened to all those guys like Theo and all that shit?
Man, that shit crazy.
I'm realizing the years y'all talking about, and all I know is I'm in front of the TV just watching 106 in Park. I did not know about no damn protests.
Okay, but
what? They was tripping back then.
I'm at least 8 years old.
Well, you got to think about it. You had all these artists that were on the cuffs of bubbling, and like they're not getting no radio play. And Power 106 was growing up, Power 106 was everything.
Right.
We didn't have no
105.9.
Yeah, we didn't have nothing else.
We had the beat too.
But the beat was like more old schoolish music,
little Latin infused.
Yeah,
but
that was that. It was still cool. Then it was 103 to beat.
Yep.
Yeah, all that. But yeah, it was a time where West Coast, like I feel bad for certain artists because they're like, y'all didn't even have a chance.
Well,
they wasn't
really
fucking with
didn't.
y'all.
But then, but when you're talking about who we were in competition with, really, the real answer is it was the South, and that's when ATL completely took over the rap
over.
game.
But what year did Fab and Nate Dogg do that song?
That was like 01.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
even back then, Fab was like, he was new, he was young, he was doing his thing, but like Coastal Takeover, Atlanta came in and just started sweeping this shit up under the rug.
That's like
the
AT
end.
Aliens?
No, AT Aliens is 1996.
That song is that old?
Yes, that album is that old. Yeah, that's from
Wow.
96. Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music is 94. AT Aliens is 96. I want to say Aquemini is like 98, something like that. And then Stankonia is like 2000.
And then everybody started coming. You had Jeezy come through sweeping.
Right.
You had T.I. come through. Like, it was, niggas
So
was
is that
going
at least
crazy.
Miss Jackson?
Miss Jackson
That was
is
old.
Yeah, Miss Jackson is 2000. That's on that's on Stankonia. That's like the year 2000 that came out.
So what was Outkast doing at this time?
Well, they had that double album.
Well, the Love Below.
The Love Below and,
and
Speaker Box.
I think
What
that
is
was
that?
like
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
I think that's-
But they had 2 solo albums on the same shit.
and I want to say that's 03, 04
Yeah.
was when that came out, right around then.
That was like the tail end of them, like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was literally their last record.
yeah. And then Andre, he was just went missing and he would just pop
Yeah,
up
he was
on.
fucking eating Erykah Badu's booty. I ain't even mad at him. Good job.
Let me get a hip hop agenda. You got one on you?
Shout out to Vash Time.
What's up, V? But there's more to dissect about this right here. Because the thing is,
I love this conversation right now.
Because the thing is this, there's a lot that happened during that time. As far as the South, because New York still had a real stronghold, like you said, with Fabulous, with Dipset, G Unit, all
Dipset
through
was killing.
Yeah, all through 2004, 2005, and they still the remnants of that lasted for years after that. But the New York really lost its stronghold at that time when you're talking about T.I., Jeezy. But then after that, we have the ringtone era, which was
Soldier.
This is how we do. That was on my I-285.
That's a banger.
Well, you got to think about it.
Everyone was trying to sound like the South during that era.
Oh yeah,
Everyone.
that was different.
Everyone. The West had no identity. New York had no identity. Everyone was doing
Lil Jon was killing it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lil Jon and East Side Boys,
Yeah.
T.I.,
Yin Yang Twins.
Jeezy, Yin Yang Twins, Bubba Sparks, Bone Crusher.
It was a lot.
And they were sticking together too.
And then not to mention 2004 had that whole
Mike Jones.
I was gonna
Mike
say
Jones was
literally
oh.
about to say the 2004 Houston
the
wave.
whole Houston wave was crazy.
Yeah.
Mike Jones, Slim Thug,
Lil
Paul
Flip.
Wall, Lil Flip.
Yeah.
Well, Lil Flip kind of
He was popping.
yeah until the shit with T.I. happened.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this is during Beyonce's solo career too, right?
Well, Beyonce
Right.
not even in these questions. She always been.
This is because Destiny's Child was still jumping in 04, 05.
They was booming.
But Beyonce had already started her solo career in probably 2002, 2003.
When
Yeah,
she came out,
but-
that song was it "Crazy in Love"?
Yeah.
Yeah, after that, it was
That was
over.
later. That was
was
later.
later.
Yeah, that was later.
Crazy in Love is
Oh, no,
2003.
no. You're right. It was 2003. Yep.
Destiny
Yep.
Child last album was 2004.
And it's crazy though when you brought up that Fabulous single with Nate Dogg, right?
Because I remember
That's-
that being a big thing that the West Coast and the East Coast had
Well,
came
and not
together.
only that, but that was produced by Rick Rock.
Rick Rock
who
from the
was-
Bay?
Yeah, who was doing a bunch of
I did not know that.
Yeah, so that's a straight West Coast record.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of
Anytime
examples
Nate Dogg was the go-to guy
for hooks.
for the hooks, so
Yeah.
they was picking him up, putting him on some shit, and usually it'd be like a West Coast producer that was attached to that.
He's still the best. There's never been
Oh, for
anyone
sure.
that's topped him in hooks
Yeah.
to this
No,
day.
somebody that'd be a good second. I would say it would be Ty. You know what I mean? But
T-Pain.
still, oh yeah, T-Pain by far too.
You know what's crazy is you can find compilations on YouTube of just Nate Dogg's hooks. It's better than fucking people's entire careers. Just listening to Nate Dogg's hooks back to back.
Music and Me, come on, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, that album.
Well, let's talk about something else.
What's the hip hop thing?
Oh,
Hip hop agenda.
have she showed you this before?
Yeah, of
Shit's
course.
dope.
So basically, I asked her for it because it has a calendar of everything that happened in hip hop, just period. But while y'all was talking about it, I just wanted to see what was happening.
So what happened today
Great
in hip-hop?
stocking
Papa.
stuffer, by the way.
What's today? December 21st?
Yeah.
22nd?
No, it's like the 23rd,
22nd.
22nd.
Yeah.
Man, let me see, cuz.
I swear to God, fool.
It's the 22nd.
Yeah.
Big Sean dropped Moves. The Baby was born. DMX dropped Flesh.
Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood.
Come
Oh,
on.
my,
Uncle
get
Luke's
down like
birthday.
blood.
And Jay Electronica. Exhibit C.
Exhibit C
Y'all want the years for
was
this stuff?
such an important record when it came out.
Yeah, that's all that happened. That's all that happened on Today in Hip Hop.
Damn, I'm gonna say
How High came out yesterday.
that's dope.
Classic.
Uncle Luke
Young
though,
Money
shouts
dropped We
to
Are
Uncle
Young
Luke.
Money yesterday.
Uncle Luke bringing pussy to hip hop.
Also having beef with Death Row.
Yeah. Luke can eat a fat dick.
No, they was going crazy.
Yeah. Dude, Dr. Dre had some sus. People forget this too, all right?
It ain't just Dre. There's a lot of them.
No, but listen.
Biggie has the most sus line ever.
Biggie
No,
got some
yeah,
sus
yeah,
lines.
yes.
You look so good, make you want to suck your daddy's dick.
Okay.
That is the worst.
What about DJ Quick? I never had my dick
Dick
sucked
sucked by a man before, but you gonna be the first, you little bitch asshole. And after I put some piss in your face.
You could tell me just how it
Snoop
tastes.
the same shit too.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
Snoop say?
He said, "Oh, with my nuts on your tonsils,
Tonsils.
while you outstage rapping at your whack ass cock." They used to always say shit like that.
Dr. Dre said Luke's bending over, so
The Luke's getting fucked. Buster thought I was sleaze. He thought I was a mark because I used to hang with Easy.
Now people forget. I was gonna because that's on the song Dre Day. People forget
One of the best hip hop beats ever.
one of the hardest songs ever. And
And
that was such a big hit record. People didn't even realize it was a diss track.
Well, I didn't know until I got older. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit!"
It's a diss track.
And I went back because I was like, "We was talking about Tim Dog too."
Yeah. He talking about
Tim
Luke.
D.O.G.
In the club
Your
came out
bark
in
was loud,
2003.
but your bite wasn't vicious. And them rhymes you was kicking was quite bootylicious.
And I think people don't understand, and I think it's good to bring it up. A lot of people don't know who Tim Dog was. Tim Dog was a popular rapper, like respected. He wasn't really popping on a mainstream sense, but respected rapper from New York from back in the day.
Oh, he pissed me off though.
He made a song
Called
he made
Fuck
an
Compton.
album called Fuck Compton.
Yes.
And it
We
was
didn't mention Chameleonaire.
Shouts to Chameleon.
Chameleonaire Riding came out in 06.
He's killing right now too.
Yeah.
But
But
Chingy. We did not mention Chingy.
Chingy had a wave
That
too.
was 04.
Absolutely.
Chingy had
That's
a
what
wave.
I'm saying. Look who the West Coast was in competition
That's
with.
not
Like,
the West
we
Coast
was,
being in competition.
There
we
was
was
no
we was
competition.
blackballed, but it's like who on the West Coast could have competed with that, even with all the artists that y'all mentioned?
Well, if they had the proper backing and push, there, who's to say?
Was the content out though?
We will never know.
Well, that's a time where you couldn't just put music out. You still had to
Lean
be
with it,
signed.
rock with it.
Yeah, it was a lot of shit going on.
06.
That's what I'm saying. The whole ringtone era, snap era, crunk, all that shit. And then Hyphy in the Bay came out, and like you feel me?
But Hyphy in the Bay was still more like local
Very
success.
regional, very
Very
regional.
regional, but it took California by storm.
The only, except for Tell Me When to Go, is like the only nationally charted.
And Blow the Whistle.
And Blow the Whistle.
Yeah.
Like those are the only ones that like nationally charted. But now like it's crazy. All those people have no idea how big that record is to be a diss track. You don't even
know.
think about that. Like, come on.
Classic.
Super classic.
So G Herbo pressed Young Miami about Diddy's newborn child.
That was funny.
I watched the clip. Did y'all see the clip? Mm-hmm. Or y'all want to read this?
No, it was funny.
He said, "Did you know about that baby before October?"
Hey man, you get messy, you gotta get messy back.
I mean, it's kind of
look,
this kind of goes against everything you've been saying this whole time
What have I been saying?
about how she's not the side bitch.
Y'all
and-
still haven't told me who the main bitch is.
I mean, it's not her. I don't mean that. Like, don't mean that she's.
Who is it?
It's not her. That's all we know.
But who is it?
It's not her. Like, I don't know. I want to say baby girl that just had the
That
baby.
had a baby
Like,
because a
that's-
baby makes you the main bitch.
That's gonna put you in closer contention. For
And how does this go against what I've been saying?
it just kind of just makes her look more and more foolish. If you are the main bitch, wouldn't you know that you're the side bitch is pregnant?
Why do you think she didn't know?
I mean, did she say she knew?
Did she have to say it?
I mean, if she was like, yeah, like I knew about this already, it would kind of like remove credence from that a little bit.
Because we as consumers are waiting for them to acknowledge that they knew something that they don't have to
Man,
validate.
she's still fucking with him, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Diddy don't have a main bitch.
When you're a billionaire, you don't have to have a main bitch.
So if he don't have a main bitch, that means they all side bitches.
No, they just all his bitches.
That means that
I don't think he treated nobody better than the other one. The nigga got money. He don't have to.
So money makes you get treated better?
I said I don't think he's treating anybody better.
But
He has money. He doesn't have to. All you bitches get cars.
But some bitches can feel like they're up way more than the other one.
That don't got nothing to do with what.
'Cause
Just
I
because
tell you
I
this,
feel a certain way
who
don't mean that you making me feel that way.
Yeah, but if I give you more time than I'm giving you money, then you actually are the one winning the race.
We are all speculating. We don't know what the fuck they
Well,
do.
we do-
In
well, we-
my eyes, ain't nobody more important than the other one. Neither one of them bitches is better than any of them.
what we do know for a fact is that
Wherever
Young
you spend
Miami-
holidays with,
There you go.
there you go.
So
Not
do
the
y'all
day after.
remember?
Who's getting December 26th?
Do y'all remember?
And
Y'all
New
talking
Year's.
about Diddy. We not talking about a regular nigga. He
Right.
don't have to do that. He can invite all. Do y'all remember the birthday party when all three of them was there?
You know how he's not regular? He's not regular to the point where he's giving his bitches 6-figure allowances a month, right? So Young Miami's allowance went from 500K to 200K. That's a demotion. The other bitch, that baby girl, Asian baby that just had the baby, she 500K.
Okay.
She bad too.
She's
Is
sounds
half
like
of that for her and half for the baby?
City Girls down.
I don't think you making a point.
City Girls down one.
You're making a great point.
Thank
I
you.
don't think you making a point because we talking about a person who
Gina,
like.
you a city girl, bro. Come on.
No, I don't get splurged on at all.
I'm just
You
saying.
just fuck with the wrong niggas.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't live this lifestyle.
But I'm just saying, like, you pushing the Young Miami line.
I'm not pushing the
Real
Young
hard.
Miami line.
Her
I'm
spirit animal is a
responding.
city girl.
for sure.
I don't know if y'all just want me to shut the fuck up and not say nothing, or
the hell
I
said
do
this?
y'all want me to agree?
No.
Like, am I not allowed to have my own opinion?
Of course you are.
Somebody.
I'm just saying.
City Girls down one. It's all good.
Y'all saying I'm pushing his line. I don't give a fuck about her or him.
I'm just saying.
I don't, but you just said it depends on who spends a holiday with him. So I just made an
That's
example.
a big thing.
I just made an example about his
Listen,
birthday party.
If you got 10 bitches,
Where can I finish?
go ahead.
I just made an example about his birthday party when Carisha was there, Joy was there, Gina was there. And actually, it's another one. It was a fourth one. They were all at his birthday party. He walking around mingling with everybody.
But if you go to one of Puff's parties, you literally will see 600-700 people in there. The house is so fucking big. Hey, you can mingle. Go to the one corner in the room. Hey, you over there? Go to the other corner. Hey,
so does it matter or not? Because y'all just said, I just gave y'all an example of an event.
Being at an event and a party is different of who he actually spends
So are
his
you
time
guys
with.
waiting to see who he gonna be with
Christmas
on Christmas
morning.
to figure it
I
out?
don't
Christmas
give a
morning.
I'm
fuck.
not that invested into this.
I'm not either. You brought it up.
Now, regardless of that, I just think that
It's on the topic list.
so
I know.
if we're gonna be objective here, I think the reality is somewhere in between both perspectives here, and that okay, maybe you're right. There is no main bitch, so there is no side bitch, but she's definitely not a main bitch.
But why does it matter? Why do we have to keep trying to figure out who is running the what?
I mean, every man.
Why are we so hella bent on trying to figure out who's important here?
Men can have multiple women, but there's always one woman that ranks above everybody else.
Here's the thing. That's true.
Because let's not forget that this nigga did just come out and say, she's not my side bitch.
Well, first of all, he's gay, so that's a whole other like he likes fingers in his
You
booty hole.
justifying it for where you want it to make sense and where you don't want it to make
Is he
sense.
gay?
I don't know what that
He's
man
fucking,
does.
I love Puffy, but he's gay.
I've never been in a bedroom with him. I don't know what he does.
Me neither. Thank God.
Me neither.
Because it would get dark real quick.
So
I'm
you
pretty
just
sure.
said he's a side bitch. I said, well,
No,
he
no,
definitely just came out and said she's not
Man,
the
listen,
side
we
bitch.
men.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have side bitches. They're like, I don't want to feel like a side bitch. You ain't no side bitch. You know how much I care for you.
But y'all just,
course.
And if I
but-
tell the world that you're not a side bitch, come
But
on.
you just asked me if she let everybody know that she knew about the baby in October. You said, did she come out and say it? So now I'm telling you, well, he came out and said da-da-da. Well, that don't matter.
Yeah, him saying she's not a side bitch proves absolutely nothing.
So her saying
To
she
me.
knew about the baby before October proves what? Because that's what you just asked. You said, did she say that?
It proves that she has a
There was a point where
closer-
she was upset with him.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
probably because of this.
So who word are y'all really valuing here?
the truth.
So you're not taking him saying that she's not his side bitch as a truth.
Not because me and AD have both told bitches that and been lying out our fucking
Okay,
face.
so
A
if Young
million
Miami,
times.
so if Young Miami tells Twitter That she knew about the baby since October, before October. Are you going to believe that?
Yeah.
But you're not going to believe what Diddy is saying, that she's not a side bitch.
No, because I don't necessarily think...
Because you're moving the goalposts.
No. If she said that, that wouldn't necessarily be her running game. It would be indicative of the fact that, okay, maybe she's...
Man, Diddy sat on her podcast and said, I'm single, but I'm dating.
Yeah.
That lets you know everything right then and there.
I feel like y'all
He's
missing what I'm
popping
saying.
it hoes on the podcast.
I feel like y'all missing what I'm saying. You are waiting for Young Miami to justify that she knew about the situation.
We're not waiting for
We're
nothing.
not waiting
what Lex
for
said.
it. No. I did not say I'm waiting for it. I was
well,
saying
did she say it?
her not justifying it to Lil Herb.
But Diddy saying that but Diddy coming out and saying that's not my side bitch doesn't validate anything.
No,
because we know that's game.
It makes a woman feel better.
So her coming out and saying on the same platform, let's just say Twitter, like he tweeted it, doesn't mean anything.
I want to address something you said earlier. Like when you said, Gina, you're like, why does this matter? I'll tell you why it matters. There's only one reason why this matters. Because this whole city girls mentality of getting over on dudes, like getting the last word, finessing, whoop, that whole narrative is getting fucking shot down, and she's not being... That's why it matters. Because it's kind of shooting a bunch of holes in her facade.
What facade?
Of being
the city girl lifestyle.
Yeah. Of being this boss bitch.
So she's still not living this lifestyle?
I mean, she still is, but it's not as bulletproof as she's like to portray it is. She don't have... She's not able to manipulate dudes to the extent that she would like to claim that she does.
I don't live the city girl lifestyle, but does the city girl lifestyle mean that you're fucking with a nigga who's not fucking with other bitches?
The city girl lifestyle would be, hey, what? She's pregnant? To have that bitch get an abortion right now.
City girl lifestyle
that's the
is,
city girl lifestyle.
I ain't taking no niggas seriously. I'm just getting them for their money.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping it pushing and moving up the ranks.
So how do y'all know she's not doing that?
What?
I
What
want
do
y'all to
you
look at
mean?
Vashti's face right now.
She's very vocal that she fucks with him.
Yeah. Vashti what?
What do you mean?
Yeah, but she's publicly not
That's a
dating
defense
nobody
mechanism.
but Puff.
Yeah.
Huh? No, I don't know how she feels. I'm just saying, she, to the public, is only dating Puff. You don't hear about her fucking with nobody else. Huh? So because he got the most money?
Why would she be embarrassing a nigga who's breaking her off?
Hey, listen.
Why would she be embarrassing him?
I ain't knocking the game. I'm just saying.
Right.
It sounds like y'all knocking the game.
Hell no. We're just saying, if what you're saying is correct, if this city girl lifestyle, she's still living this lifestyle.
I didn't say that. I asked how is she not living the lifestyle?
We saying that she's publicly, you just said it, she's publicly not going to disrespect this man because he has the biggest bag. The city girl lifestyle wouldn't give a fuck and fuck with multiple niggas.
Yeah, that's it.
Why would she fuck up her own bag?
But that's the whole thing.
Who's gonna fuck with her right now while she's fucking with Diddy?
So if she's
a million motherfuckers that would.
Exactly. I would fuck
What?
her.
I know you would.
Yeah. Every nigga in the industry would.
Can you afford her?
No, absolutely not.
Every nigga in the industry would.
So why would she fuck up her bag?
I'm just saying, like, the thing is this.
Well, then, if that's the case, she just getting over on Puff then.
Yeah, right.
And she has to take whatever comes with that.
Exactly. And that's what the whole thing about it is, like, just because you're living this type of lifestyle and you want this thing from niggas, you have to understand there's certain shit that's gonna come with it.
Of course.
And this one of the things that's gonna come with
you
it.
could deal with a broke nigga, gonna have to deal with the same shit.
It's certain shit that's gonna come with every situation.
The thing
just
is
respect it.
At the end of the day, she be trying to portray this image of not giving a fuck and being like above the game.
Why does she have to tell? You don't know what she crying to Diddy saying.
Exactly.
So why do she gotta validate for you on Twitter or on social media that she give a fuck?
I don't give a fuck.
So why? But that's what it sounds like you looking for.
No, we gonna form our opinion regardless. She don't need to validate nothing.
You don't know what she's saying to that man behind closed doors. She probably not living that city girl shit behind closed doors. We don't fucking know that.
Exactly.
You just proved our point.
You just literally proved the point.
I said probably. You said what she's portraying. Da da da. I said you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. Do you know?
Absolutely not. But you literally just
proved the point.
Affirmed what we've been saying this whole time.
What? You just said that she's on publicly portraying his lifestyle.
My whole point.
I said we don't know.
My whole point is City Girls down one.
I don't give a fuck. I don't have no nigga breaking me off. I'm not finessing nobody. I don't care. I pay all my own bills.
Yeah, this isn't referring to you.
No.
So I don't care.
She took it personal.
Yeah, you in your feels about it.
Because
a little
I feel
bit.
like y'all.
You want to trick Gina?
Yes. I feel like y'all.
Now we got to the
This
root
is
of it.
all.
Y'all only,
this
y'all
is
only,
all. This
y'all
is
only
leading
have
to.
one girl to address this type of shit with. So y'all saying it to me, and it's like I said when you first brought it up that I don't even give a fuck.
No, the reality is there's three of us here. There's going to be points where the two of y'all disagree with me. There's going to be points where we disagree with AD. This just so happens to be an example.
Us as consumers just have to stop waiting for celebrities to confirm shit. Like
I don't think nothing that she says or Diddy says that we're actually giving a fuck about.
No.
I don't
it's like
care.
we're-
It
does not
it's like
affect
us
my
as
life in a
consumers.
If this was not talked about today, I would not lose
Yeah.
enough sleep over this
Us as
situation.
consumers, it's like we're looking for these people to validate and justify shit when they are regular fucking people and they live their own lives. Just imagine all the shit y'all see about y'all on Reddit.
No, but we just
Yeah.
call shit how we see it. If you a
And
side
Reddit
bitch,
users just calling shit how they see it.
yeah. And if
Yeah.
you're a side bitch or if you somebody, we all know what's up. If you fucking with a billionaire and you don't want to fuck up your bag, he's
AD.
gonna fuck with other bitches.
AD,
What?
how many people think we're fucking?
A lot.
They calling it
A
how they
lot.
see it.
That's different.
How many people? No. How many people think that me sitting too close to Lush, meaning that me and Almighty are fucking and we getting into it right now?
Those are all speculation.
But that's the thing,
People are gonna make their theories. That doesn't. It's a difference if I come on here and
Josh,
I say.
do you have a mic?
It's a difference if I
Can you say something?
Josh don't want to be a part of
He
it.
don't want to be a
Can
part
you
of
say
this.
something?
Gina's making a lot of really good points there.
No,
Really?
no. The difference is if I came on here and said I'm knocking everything down in the office. If I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm adding to the speculation. So if you're saying you're a city girl
AD, what
and
do you-
you get
what do you
and you
think
get
this
a niggas and
insinuates?
doing this,
What do you think this
Exactly.
insinuates?
what? That's just what I do. That's just how I am.
No, but he actually makes a really good point right
That's what
there.
I'm saying.
If he was portraying the image
prime,
of a player,
prime example, just like 6ix9ine. If I'm portraying that I'm a street nigga, I'm a gangster, I'm this, and I'm that, and people are believing that, and they're moving their lifestyle just like some of these kids do. They used to pattern themselves behind 6ix9ine, and then some gangster shit happen, and a nigga don't hold the shit down at the end of the day. Yeah, you're not living that lifestyle no more. So if I'm telling young women, listen, get niggas for all they bags, do this, fuck with all this nigga, hold it down, don't be this, don't be that, and then you're submitting because a nigga got a bag, that's against the whole city girl lifestyle.
right? Which the whole point is.
Boss.
Hold on. When
the
girls
whole-
have
Bars.
tricks and they have niggas spurging on them, y'all know that they doing shit for that.
Of course,
They not just getting it just because they fucking cute.
Of course,
No, we
but-
know that they're doing something for it, but you can't say this lifestyle that you're living if you're submitting to somebody that's breaking you off the bag. That's a whole different situation.
There are things that women have to do in order to get what they want from these type of females that are dating these type of niggas. There are things that they have to do to get what they want. Sometimes I shut the fuck up and let my other bitch do what the fuck she want to do.
So why be
Sometimes
vocal at
that's-
all then?
Hey, what's like literally their mantra? Real ass bitch give a fuck about a man. You feel me? Like that's
Why
literally.
do she got to give the game? So you want her to say, "Hey, ladies, this is how you get a car. Eat his ass."
I mean, they're.
Like, why does she have to tell y'all the formula?
But that's literally like.
Let me tell you something.
But she's.
But
giving,
if you know
they're
but if
giving
you know
away
the game, if you know the game already, and if you getting paid and you supposed to shut the fuck up, why are you even responding to motherfuckers that are even saying bad shit about you in the first place? It wouldn't matter if you didn't care.
they're literally giving away the game in every single
I
bar.
just gave y'all a great
They-
example with Reddit, and y'all completely walked
No,
over
no,
it.
it was a good example.
So
But
what
the
I'm
fact,
saying, the point is that I'm saying is, we know that me and you have never fucked.
Duh.
We know that me and you, that I'm close to your fucking baby mama.
Super close.
We know that I'm not fucking you, but however, you're on a poll of who's smashing Gina to. We all know I'm not fucking Almighty. The point is,
It looked like this just became more personal for you.
no, I'm trying to give y'all an
perception.
example that you guys can relate to because you guys know what's happening internally. So I'm just trying to give
But it's
give
a difference if me, Lush, and Almighty walked around insinuating that we're living a certain type of lifestyle that we're
right.
not.
And at least me and AD are not doing that. You feel
Yes.
me? Like,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
But here's the thing too. All right. when it comes to the Reddit and things like that, they're going to create all kinds of narratives. That's their right. They're allowed to say whatever the fuck they want. It's not our job to try to convince them otherwise.
Unless you have a Reddit account where you under the comments talking to people. You're trying to convince them that they're wrong.
And you know what? You're right. And I stopped doing that. I haven't even been on Reddit for several. I haven't been on Reddit for several days. But that's not like, look.
Man,
look,
listen,
the reason I made a
Gina
Reddit
made
account,
this more personal.
the reason, but hold on.
And that's what y'all getting confused. I'm not trying to make it personal. I'm trying to bring an example that you can relate to.
But hold on.
I'm not trying to make it about me. This is something you can relate to.
No, but the thing is, like we said, if we're telling people, just like in the music, if I say right now in music, I'm shooting everybody that
You're saying that you're not directly saying this stuff. I get that.
I'm saying that whatever I portray to the media, whatever I portray to the people, if I say right now, I'm not fighting nobody, every time I see anybody that gets into it with me, I'm going to kill them. And you start seeing me get into it with people and they're not dying, people are going to poke holes in that and say, hey, maybe you're not that person that you are. So for Young Miami to be the spearhead of this, movement, her and Meg Thee Stallion, hot girl movement, we using niggas for their money.
Right.
We not catching feelings.
Right.
We're not doing all this shit.
It's
We're
Trina
literally
and Lil Kim.
Wait a minute. We seeing Young Miami catch feelings in HD right now.
That's the whole
and that's the
point.
whole epitome of the city girl movement.
It just blows holes through her image.
Exactly.
And as far as like, just to address what you said, literally the reason why I made an account on the Reddit was because that's where the fans are. And I was trying to interact with the fans.
You was trying to let them know they was wrong about stuff.
Yeah, and when it got to that point, I realized.
But you don't have to do that.
But that's a futile quest, and I stopped. I stopped doing that.
Look,
you check the Reddit?
I still look at it, absolutely.
You can sit here right now and be perfect whatever you do. Somebody's gonna have something to say. Somebody's gonna call you fake.
1000%.
Somebody's not gonna like you. So trying to control what people feel about you.
can't.
Now, it all matters when you go to your pillow at night. If you a bitch ass nigga, you gonna know when you go to your pillow.
Right.
Do you feel like a bitch ass nigga?
Right.
Do you feel like something else? Then hey, that's a whole different story.
And it requires a lot of mental strength and fortitude to know how to separate yourself from the opinions
And we
of
all,
others.
and I feel like we all been at that point where we're checking Reddits and we're checking this and we're like, you know what? Like, damn, I'm trying to please everybody. And it's like, nah, the reason why you're in position, everybody is in this room is because of how we think, the personalities that we are, and what we do. When we start letting outside forces attack that and trying to shift the narrative, guess what? You lost.
Right.
So honestly, me personally, I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me. I know who the fuck I am.
And see,
You should know who you are. You should
and-
know who you are, and nothing somebody says, whether they're making a rumors or a speculation, should make you feel any certain type of way because they're going to keep doing it regardless if you like it or not.
No, and for sure, and for me, it got in my head a little bit because when, like, y'all
It's
know,
in everybody here.
y'all know I was in like a pretty dark spot a couple months ago, and when I first became popular, or whatever, when I first got on No Jumper, and people like started seeing me on there and talking about me on the Reddit, whatever, then I was like, I was taking the positive feedback, and that was kind of like giving me a lot of lifeblood to keep going and stuff. And then when like the narrative started to shift, I had to like learn to not allow it to affect my self-esteem on a like internal level.
Bro,
but now I'm at the point where I'm not even responding.
But
to
it
none of
goes
that
back
shit.
to what Gina says. It's like, why care? Do you think Young Miami and Diddy care what we're talking about right now?
Yeah.
No. This is literally what we're doing right now. We're sitting there trying to figure out, and we're arguing about two people who we don't know what their situation is. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
But what other people say, if you read bad comments and somebody says a bad comment about you, okay, that's just their opinion. They'll switch that shit up the next week and say, oh, I love you. That's what the fuck this shit is. So
Right.
it doesn't matter if somebody says, oh, somebody's fucking Gina. You shouldn't look at that and be like, I want to prove to people that they're not fucking me. Because now they got in your head and now you lost.
Here's my chastity belt.
Yeah, here.
But at the end of the day, though, City Girls down one. Let's keep it a stack. And what's up with the fact that I thought that you're supposed to be hood ass bitches from Miami? Why is one of them fucking Puffy and the other one's fucking Lil Uzi Vert, bro? Like that's kind of like you figure that they would, be a little bit more.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
They like what they like.
I don't know.
It's got personal.
Damn, Gina.
I just know
That
how to
doesn't mean
read.
that doesn't mean that Reddit done got to her.
I know. I haven't checked the Reddit since we was at the last office.
You brought it up.
Gina, we love your big head ass. Chill out, bro. It's all good.
Yeah.
Just like Big Head Gina for Martin. You feel me? It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Right.
We love both y'all.
I know how to read a room.
What's
the
being
fuck?
read in the room?
Well, the room is women can't win in this room.
What?
Oh, here we go.
That is pretty true, though.
How?
What does this have to do with
What did
women?
we
does
say
this
by
have to do
proving
with
a point?
Women winning.
Well, you see how y'all just both cut me off and then let me finish?
Proceed.
Fuck you, Josh. Yes.
Yeah. Josh, you're a sim.
Yes.
Little,
Nigga.
No, go ahead, Gina, please.
we can move on.
Let's see what the people think.
We know what the people think.
These are the
do you
people that
see what the
watching
people
us.
are saying?
That's the people that watching us.
People are 96% males also.
So you feel like I don't think that we did anything but just argue points. I don't feel like we
There's
It's-
no
it's-
misogyny.
we jump. No,
It's
I
definitely
don't
a
feel
lot
like
of
we
it.
jumped Gina
No,
at all.
y'all didn't jump me
I
at
think
all.
we're two of the biggest advocates for women in this
Yes.
office, to be honest with you.
The advocacy is low then.
Wow.
Y'all didn't jump me and you guys made y'all points. It's just the point that y'all have an issue. You guys lack self-awareness in a lot of situations and y'all don't listen to what somebody's saying.
We
So-
listen to what you say. We just didn't agree with it.
No, go ahead.
So when you say something like you're reading it as I'm making something personal when I'm not making it personal, I'm just trying to give you an example of
Gina,
something you
I'm not trying to be misogynistic, but you made it personal. We were talking about Young Miami and Diddy, and you brought up a situation that was personal to you, and you brought up the Reddit. Nobody else over here said anything
The
about that.
irony of you saying lacking self-awareness and then following
I
it up with
finish
that
talking?
statement. Yeah, go ahead.
Let her talk, Clutch.
So if I'm telling you out of my mouth, I'm trying to provide you with an example that you can relate to because me and you know the truth. Me and you know the truth.
Yes.
How can that be misinterpreted
It's
as
not
me taking it personal?
because it's not.
If I'm telling you out of my mouth.
No, the point that you made, there's nothing indicative of the point that you're taking it personal. It's the energy behind it and the way you're saying it and just the vibe that's coming off of you.
All right, let's go into Lil Wayne getting sued by his chef for wrongful termination.
So I get is this basically what happened was, and correct me if I'm wrong because I saw this story earlier. Wheezy's chef was making TikToks or some kind of post that was kind of
Exposing his location.
exposing his location, and he fired her. How the fuck is there grounds for a lawsuit? That's a perfectly legitimate reason
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
to fire somebody.
It's probably right, like on a moral standpoint, but we gotta find out what's in her contract.
I mean, you break the contract once you start. If somebody was to see where she was at and come and kill Lil Wayne, whose fault is that?
That's what I'm saying. Or like the thing is like if you're working for a celebrity of that caliber where your whereabouts are so sensitive that people want that information and that information is actually valuable currency at a certain point, you have to keep that private.
From a moral standpoint.
well, not
I'm
just
saying what's on black and white, what's on paper.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
she probably has grounds to sue.
yeah.
We know that when we in here, we know when rappers come in here, I don't even post them on the story until they leave
Right.
from just being moral.
Smart.
But Josh and them ain't never told me not to do that.
Right.
So it does with court and shit. It depend on what's in black and white.
Yeah.
That bitch
no.
should have been fired. She did some dumb shit. That's fucking stupid. Anybody knows that if you have a high profile person around you to not post their fucking location, not post where they going, nothing. For her to post that shit is just fucking retarded. But
Or maybe this is her argument. You fired me as a chef just because I had to take care of my kid. So let's read that.
Lil Wayne fired his personal chef at the drop of a hat after she ditched him in Vegas to deal with the pressing family emergency. So claims the woman in a new lawsuit. Okay, this is completely different. Morgan Medlock just filed suit against Wheezy for what she claims is wrongful termination, retaliation, and a number of unlawful practices that she says she was subjected to when he canned her earlier this year, just because she went to go help her injured son. According to the docs obtained by TMZ, Medlock describes a trip to Vegas. She tagged along during Memorial Day weekend, for which she says she was doing her job, aka cooking all of Lil Wayne's meals, etc. At this point, Medlock says she'd had the gig almost 2 years. Things were going swimmingly, that is, until Medlock said she was notified of a head injury her 10-year-old had sustained that left him hospitalized. Obviously, Medlock wanted to get back to LA ASAP, but claims Wayne and company were screwing up the flight back over shenanigans, namely that Weezy allegedly delayed things by toking up on the aircraft.
So she's a snitch.
It sounds like she
Yeah, fire her ass.
she probably got fired while her son had the injury, and she's making it about that.
Yeah.
When they probably fired her for the fucking TikToks, but she's making it about
She's trying to find some other
this,
reason, point
and
to
that's
it.
why it's wrongful termination.
A flight delay, because like what shenanigans are they like? So what? They couldn't take off because he was blazing, so they had to wait like an hour. That's not grounds for her to be tripping to that degree. You know what I
She
mean?
don't deserve to work for Lil Wayne.
I'll tell you what.
100% no.
So one of my homies was the chef for Christina Milian, actually, and worked with did a lot of cooking for Wayne for years. And he would never put any location on blast or do anything to like.
You're not supposed to.
My boy Mike, shouts to him, by the way.
That stuff too probably comes from just where you grow up.
For sure.
Cause you just know, like, not to post a location.
That's just not
Wait
tactful,
until you
right?
leave to tell people where you are.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
I mean, you're supposed to live by that anyway for yourself.
Right.
Whether or not, it's obviously not a street smart thing to do, but beyond that, it's just like poor tact in the industry context as well.
I mean, it's tacky. I have
very tacky.
I got a picture with Ice Cube, E40, Sway, and Too Short that I took when I was at the interview that they did, and I just feel tacky posting it.
You posted it afterwards, didn't you?
No, I still haven't posted it.
I seen some pictures of you with
Yeah, I
it.
saw
I was
that.
reposting people posting me.
The same thing though.
What's
Yeah,
tacky?
but me posting it.
What's tacky about you posting that?
Because it's like us, it got the serious stuff there. People might know where serious is. They, you know.
Yeah, if you do it like right when it happens,
That's what I'm saying.
then
yeah, but
that's-
you're saying you still feel some type of way about posting
Well,
it.
now I'm just not posting just because I didn't post it. But
I'll post it. What the fuck? You deserve
yeah,
yeah.
meeting people like that and hitting new milestones. You should.
That's an
You
amazing.
should post that.
I'm gonna post it, but just right then and there was just like I can't post it. Like, you know, I don't know if they want people to know where they are. I don't know how long they gonna be
After
in
a
the
at
week?
the
like,
moment, yeah,
you know?
but it's like they're
After a
going-
week
Yeah.
though,
Or even like with fucking Blue, when I'm around him at his house and shit, I won't even nobody to see the freaking what is it called? The fatigue in the background. The
the blue,
fatigue. Yeah.
I mean, when you get your story and you post something in real time, then that can get dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you got certain people or adjacent to this office that make things a bit of a liability and things like that.
What I want to know is she's been doing this for the whole 2 years.
Probably was.
I mean, or did she get more comfortable as time went on and then felt like she could take more liberties?
I don't know.
and-
Wayne don't know. He don't even remember the lyrics that
No.
he fucking spit. So
Well, we
I
know
don't
she-
think that he paid attention like that. Had to be something drastic.
She must be a fire ass cook if she kept his picky
No,
ass.
she must not be because
For 2
if some
years?
if some food is good, we could make an exception.
2 years.
For 2 years, you got to be good for 2 years. You doing that?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Is it that good? Like we could make an exception.
Nah, that fool from New Orleans, they got amazing food
gotta
out
be
there.
real good.
Yeah, her shit probably smacked.
Ah.
What's next?
Shout out to Lil Wayne.
Shout out to Wheezy F. We were just slapping the Carter 2 in the office earlier. What an amazing album.
That's the
I
best
heard it
part
when
of
I was
That
walking through.
that's my favorite Lil Wayne
100%.
album. That's his magnum opus. I'll take that over. People always talk about like the mixtapes, like
I'll take that over the
Drought 3.
mixtapes.
I'll take that
No
over
Ceilings.
I'll take that over No Ceilings.
Nah, Carter
Drought,
2 all the way.
Dedication.
Y'all think so?
Yeah.
Hell
Carter
yeah.
2 is his magnum opus. Lyrically, beats wise, just everything.
I'm gonna
3
have
was
to-
amazing too, but 2
Part
was
3 is crazy.
Three was like he's more focusing on making hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every song could have been like a radio, and it was banging as fuck. But Carter 2 is just like he's talking his shit front to back.
I've been meaning to take like a full like few days to revisit No Ceilings, the Carter series, and the Drought series.
Well, you got to
to
go
see.
back from that. They had Squad Up mixtapes.
Squad Up was amazing. Peep
That's
that.
what started all
and
that.
even like 500 Degrees and the Carter
500
One.
Degrees was classic too.
Yeah. But like when Lil Wayne, people want to talk about like his lyricism in any degree, like
Squad Up mixtapes.
when this fool said, "All I had in this world is a pistol and a promise, a fistful of dollars, a list full of problems. I address them like P.O. boxes."
One of my favorites-
Yeah, from New Orleans, the
Go ahead.
Creole cockpit. That,
He was killing
that
it.
shit was so hard.
One of my best is the Best of Me freestyle.
Oh yeah.
They go yellow Lambo, they go yellow Rami, they go
on.
little 911, bro, he was killing it.
Yeah.
I'm an authentic nigga, and so is my clique. Weezy Baby, I just murdered this shit. Holla back, okay.
That's Squad Up. That's when I realized that he was actually a really good rapper. And he
For sure.
And I know that's when they said that he was fucking with Gilly and them, like, and Kid and all that. Like, but that's when I remember he said something about like sitting on 32s. That's Magic Johnson's or whatever.
He was going crazy.
And I was like, oh, okay. He wasn't rapping like that before.
No, when he first came out with the
With the wobbly.
The block is hot.
But I still I love every single Hot Boys release. Let's be honest. You feel me? Like, but to me, it was BG. BG was my favorite.
BG was crazy. Cash Money is on me, nigga.
Last month, I had the luxury of watching him perform from his section.
Who? Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne. Shout out to Karen Civil.
Great performer.
Yes.
Why are you saying it like that? Playing with your hair and shit.
'Cause-
Looking all hot
okay,
bothered.
Lil Wayne is my favorite rapper. That's number one. I've never seen him in concert. I never had a chance to meet him or anything. I never went to no events or anything that he's ever had. And she hit me up and was like, "Hey, Wayne's in LA. You want to pull up?" And then I was able to watch it
That's fire.
from the Young Money section.
Damn.
Fuck this shit, it's the South Side. Got a fat dick when your mouth right. Wanna take it outside? No, do it right here.
What he talking about? Y'all know I have been tapped out of this case.
Yo, Tory was found not guilty on 2 charges, but guilty on gun charge.
Oh,
What did I say from the jump?
Wait.
What did I
Okay,
say?
so what did they find? Can we watch it? What did they find out? What
so
happened?
his ass. So yeah, Tory
So,
Lanez.
so he's getting deported.
Yeah, he's out. He's
Oh.
out. Tory Lanez found not guilty on 2 charges, found guilty on 1, which was a guns charge.
Wait, let's listen. I thought we wouldn't find out till 4:30.
Please elect a 4-person. Typically, in my experience, what I've seen after the 4-person is elected, they do an initial
vote just to kind of test the waters and see where everybody's at. The judge explained to them that they are not to consult any outside sources, do any independent investigation. All deliberations must be done within the confines of the jury room. All deliberations must be done when everyone is together. You cannot deliberate
charges was he
separate
not
and apart.
guilty of?
Today, deliberations will continue until about 4
Attempted
or
murder,
4:30
probably.
p.m., at which point the jury will have the
How come he
option to
found not
decide,
guilty
do they
of-
want
You know what I'm saying? Like he
Let
found
me see. I'm gonna
guilty
look on
of the
Twitter
gun.
right now.
Does that mean
because
possession?
Yeah, gun possession.
Oh, okay.
What I thought they were going to get him for is illegal discharge of a firearm, which is even worse. But the gun possession,
Is Flacco tweeting from the No Jumper page?
the gun possession might be enough.
He tweeted that?
to have him deported for several years. Unfortunately for Tory, City Boys down 1.
I thought they didn't know until like 4:30. Did Flacco tweet that? Where are we getting this from?
We're getting it from Flacco.
He there right now?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
You're surprised?
No, not at all.
I'm not surprised. Like that's literally what I thought was going to happen. That he was going to. I thought they were going to try to get him to plead down for
I'm
it.
seeing not guilty on 1, 2, 3 on my Twitter.
I don't know. Flacco's there.
Oh no, you're right.
Right?
Yep, not guilty. They got the paperwork. Not guilty on the crime of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. Guilty, having a concealed firearm in a vehicle that's not registered. And not guilty of discharging a firearm or gross negligence.
Okay, see, that's what I thought he was. I thought they were going to get him for that one for sure. But so it's.
I'm so glad we can stop talking about
possession of a firearm in an unregistered vehicle. So does that mean if the vehicle was registered, then it wouldn't have been a charge?
Now, what do we say now to Meg Thee Stallion since he's found not guilty of harming her? But honestly, I feel like people made it up in their minds if they think he did it or not anyway. You know, this verdict ain't gonna change people's perception of it.
Yeah, I mean, like clearly, like, are we all in agreement at this point? This makes Meg look very bad.
Super.
No.
No?
The only thing that I can sympathize is that, yes, she got shot.
She got shot and she was drunk. I don't think that her.
She got shot. She was drunk as fuck, but there's a lot of missing information that she wasn't telling the truth about.
I mean,
She's mad at Kelsey, who probably in this case definitely looks like she shot her.
Right, that's a whole separate issue.
Why are we mad at Meg? Why are we not?
I'm not saying
because
that, I'm not saying
if you
we're
know,
mad at Meg.
wait, if you know Tory didn't shoot you, why are you ruined this nigga career?
That's a very good point. But on top of
don't know
that,
that.
but she was lying about a gang of
But
shit.
if all points lead to this man not shooting you,
Not
Some-
if Kelsey, dude. Kelsey is the person I think everyone should be mad at in this, not necessarily.
yeah, but no, but the thing is this: if you're the person saying this man shot me,
yeah.
ruined this man's
She
career
never
for
tried
2
to throw
years,
Kelsey under the bus at
Yeah.
all. She's protecting her for some reason.
if it's speculation that, oh, maybe this person shot me, this person shot me, you could be like, you know what, I don't fuck with both of y'all. I want to get to the truth. But depending on this guy, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, that shit don't make sense. That shit don't make sense at all. I don't know, Gina, what do you think?
I think Kelsey and Tory was fighting over the gun, and it went off, and she was hit on accident. And Kelsey don't want to admit that that's the truth. Tory don't want to.
You got to think about it. Meg went on Gail and said she didn't have sex with Tory.
I still don't think Meg really even know what happened.
I don't think so either.
I don't
No,
think she
I don't
has a
think she do.
clue. I think she's believing.
She said it wasn't no fight.
Yeah.
They found fingernail on the ground. The eyewitness said that he seen two women fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So
It's a
if
lot.
she
It's a
don't-
lot of. It's a lot of shit that she said that wasn't the truth.
If she don't know what happened, isn't it kind of fucked up for her to be putting that on Tory? And
It's
like,
ego.
but that's still wrong.
That's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah,
ego.
there's no way to. It makes her look
It's,
bad
it's
regardless.
wrong as fuck. It's ego. But also, that witness said that he saw Tory shoot the gun a couple times.
But he said that he seen him shoot in the air.
Yeah, but remember I said he
But
probably shot in the
for
air to get them to stop.
But for
fighting.
Meg to
Right.
go on and blatantly say you shot me and I seen you shoot me,
She
is
does
a whole
not
different
know.
story. She
does
did
not
say
know.
that.
No, she said that she does not know what happened.
What about the
yeah.
whole
Why is
Dan?
You're blaming Meg and not necessarily thinking that the prosecution is the one leading this whole trial.
Yes.
And it's they're the one
Bro, it's plain as day.
trying to get these charges.
Listen,
Yeah.
they said at the party
That's a good point.
they were stupid drunk, 6 or 7 bottles. I don't think that she knows.
And that's the whole point. She doesn't even really know what happened. Josh, you acknowledge that. So
Okay,
the fact
so
that
then,
she,
so then
it's
you
not-
should go. You should say, "Hey, I don't know who shot me. I
Right.
was shot. I just want to get to the truth.
Not Tory shot me. 100%
Don't put it
it was
on
him.
one person."
And on top of that, he never hit it.
Yeah,
Like, doesn't really give too much credence to any of her arguments when she's lying out the gate about something as trivial as having sex.
But that's not trivial. That's actually it's a big deal.
So okay, then the fact that she lied about it is even loftier than we're saying. Like, ultimately, it doesn't have any bearing or consequence on the case.
what's the
So
point
that's
of
why I
what's
said
the
it's
point of
trivial.
lying about?
Relationships,
And her character.
What's the point of lying about not having sex with somebody?
I think they
What do you mean?
because I think too.
So
that they
why? How about being truthful and trying to get to the bottom of what really happened versus, well, I don't want to look bad in the media.
Because maybe she doesn't want more people knowing this messy shit that was all going on.
It became a mess once all this shit happened.
I think it's a character thing, and it's to protect her public image. It's no different than Brandy lying about having a baby with one of the guys from Boys to Men years ago to continue to make her look like America's sweetheart.
But if it's a difference if you saying blatantly, I know this man shot me, and you don't actually know, then that's wrong.
And
Yeah.
G, you don't think that there's like a difference between lying about something like that, like having a baby from someone, and like something that's going to potentially get someone put behind bars? Like,
Well, I was saying that to say is to protect her public image.
Right. No, for sure.
So, and she's also trying to make it seem like, well, I didn't have sex with this guy who I told my friend to talk to. That make her look like a shiesty bitch.
She was shiesty.
The shiestiest
Yeah,
part
it's just to lie and protect her even more.
And lie.
And remember, they was trying to. One of their defenses was that this was a love triangle. She was trying to act like, well, I never fucked nobody, so how was this a love triangle?
So, which gives
She's going
even
to
more.
great lengths to try to put this guy behind bars.
Yes.
That's how I interpret it.
No, she don't know what happened. That's why I said from the beginning. It's just ego.
So she's
Bottom line, she snaked her best friend for some dick, end up getting shot, didn't know who did it, and told the world that this man did that, fucked up his career.
cold girl winter. That shit's all bad.
It's all bad.
Come on. Damn, Megan. And I fucked with you too.
So nothing happens to Kelsey, right?
She got immunity.
Yeah. They can't even prosecute her.
Do we know what was the?
Prosecutor for that crime. If she lied or anything.
Yeah, they could get her for perjury potentially. Yeah.
Do we know what was the?
You got to be able to prove that though.
Do we know what was the final say? Like, did somebody figure out what the actual story was,
I don't know. You got to ask Flacco.
or are they just still speculating at this point? Not y'all in competition with with the W's and the L's.
That's amazing.
Damn. So he got to go back to Canada.
They might drop that. They might drop that charge.
Yeah, he was just found guilty after they dropped it. The time to drop that charge was before he was found guilty.
And this is the same gun that he has no DNA on?
Yes.
That doesn't make any
But
sense.
no, but it was in his possession in a vehicle apparently that wasn't registered.
Where's the
So
bodyguard at?
What I want to know is if the
They found both the bodyguards.
what I'm curious
Did they
about,
testify?
and I wish that Mo was here to answer this. If the vehicle was registered, would that still be a charge?
Registered to him?
Because the charge is possession of a firearm in an unregistered vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So if the vehicle was registered, because to me that implies that the gun is registered legally.
I want to ask y'all this. Did we care if anybody was found guilty or not guilty, or did we just really want to know what was the real story?
Well, that's what I said.
We
If
still
you-
don't know the real
If you
story.
feel that he did it, that's not going to change how you feel going forward.
Right.
I don't think like nothing came out in this shit that changed anybody's opinion on how they feel about the situation.
Right.
My whole thing is, hey, if you don't know what happened, just say you don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if she came out and said, I don't know what happened and told the truth, then this probably would have came out in her favor even more.
Right.
And that's why I feel like from the beginning, the whole thing that I hate is that she has said she turned around and saw him lift his body out of the car, raise the gun, and shoot directly at her instead of just saying, hey, my back was turned. I don't know who the fuck did it.
Yeah, because who'd be running away from a situation
looking back.
looking over your shoulder?
We from the hood. We know if you hear gunshots, you're not even turning around to see what's going on. You ain't gonna turn around till you don't hear no more gunshots.
You're not supposed to zig when you got a zag. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You just got to get the fuck up out of there.
So for her to know who did it and get back in the car, and then when the police come, she don't say shit. It's like, bruh, if the police come, I'm gonna feel a little bit relieved.
Yeah,
You know. But
1000%.
this gonna be a hell of a good series.
Yeah, I never feel better when the police are there for some reason. I don't know why, but
Well, are you the shooter?
1 second, emergency.
No, I just don't. Anyways, that's a different conversation. Police never really have like relieved a situation that I've been a part of in any.
So you might have been with the shooters.
No.
Because if I'm at a party and it starts to get cracked and the police get there, I'm going to feel a little bit safer
No.
just because I know that whoever is doing what they doing is probably gone now.
I mean, 10 times out of 10 at a house party, which would often get shut down by the police, because when we grew up in LA, every single house party would get shut down by the police. I would have some shit on me. So
See, I'm just referring to in the shootout situation. I've been
that happens too.
I've been present
I've been present several
in a lot of
times.
situations, and you got to hide for a minute, but once you see them blue lights,
Bro, one
I can
time
come out.
I was at a house party and it got shot up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like everyone starts hitting fences, like we're dipping from the spot. Then I look and the shooter was right next to me. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, yeah. Like we're right next to me and my homies. He was right there.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Say cheese. I can't see that.
So I'm still confused. Was the gun registered or?
So they were able to prove does not make sense to me.
Tory
doesn't make
Lanez
sense.
was found not guilty on felony assault and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. He was found guilty of being in possession of a firearm.
So he's found guilty of being in possession of a gun that does not have his DNA on it.
Well, they proved that. I guess they could prove that he had the gun on him somehow.
What?
When it was I don't know, like when it was recovered.
Josh, can you make this make sense for me?
Oh no, it did have his DNA.
It had Kelsey.
No,
I thought they had residue
Yes,
on their hands.
gunshot
DNA was
residue.
I don't know the
Not
DNA. Yeah.
DNA.
They didn't have DNA on them.
And they was trying to
No,
argue
they couldn't
that.
tell if it was inconclusive. They couldn't tell the DNA was. They can't tell if his DNA is on there. They had Kelsey's DNA on there,
Right.
and they had the gunshot residue on both of them.
Right. I mean, what do we do with Meg now? What are we doing with Meg?
Ask Josh.
Josh got it on a pedestal, bro. That's all I know. I don't know. Vastar probably fuck with Meg too still. I have a feeling.
Fuck niggas still can't believe I used to fuck with you. Papa
Listen,
saying
I feel
bitches,
bad that she got.
stuck
I
with
feel
you,
bad
yeah.
that she got shot. I just don't fuck with if you don't know. You don't put that on somebody. You feel me? Because you damage this man's career beyond repair.
Very fucked up.
Yeah.
And now he potentially might be banned from the country for a while.
She didn't have to be like right in this situation. She could have literally just said, hey, just being honest, y'all really don't know what happened. Yes.
Adam just said Flacco might be wrong. Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Wait, did we
Also, he might be not guilty of all three charges.
Well, I mean, that's
I
why.
don't think there's a verdict out yet.
Yeah, because they said around 4:30 they supposed to know, but that's probably a juror's paperwork. They just sent that shit in early, so
don't tell me that did we just start something?
No,
No, this everybody's doing
Say
it.
Cheese already had it out and shit. So yeah,
somebody probably just leaked that,
yeah.
and it's probably gonna be the same thing.
Right, just early, huh?
Yeah.
I don't see how this isn't a mistrial at this point. If things like that are getting leaked early, like, and there's security breaches to that degree, you should say, you would think that compromises the integrity of the entire trial.
Yeah.
To me, that sounds like a fucking mistrial.
Well, even with one of the jurors being caught on the elevator with Tory Lanez twice.
Yeah, that's all that is sus.
Yeah. I feel like from a long time ago, this shit should have been a mistrial. When the bitch came out and said, when she asked for immunity, it's like, you're the key person that we need to tell us what happened and you need immunity?
Right, but that is pretty common in cases like that. I mean, if there's cases of this
She's protecting
magnitude,
herself just in case.
Because she knows that she did some shit.
And that's why I feel like right there. Well, okay, so tell me how immunity works. Is that our right to get immunity?
No, they have to offer that to you. So basically, they want to get to the truth. So they said, hey, whatever you tell us, we can't charge you for it and you can't get in trouble. So she could have said, yeah, I shot her.
They don't
And
have.
she couldn't do nothing.
But they don't have to offer it to her. Her lawyer.
No, they don't
could
have
be-
to offer it to her.
Her lawyer could be like, hey, in exchange for this testimony,
We need
my client
immunity.
needs immunity.
This shit is flawed.
So
I mean, the only person that lost in this whole thing is Meg.
yeah.
Because she got shot.
now we know.
Now you feel me?
Now we
She
got our
feel like
pussy
she
report.
didn't get justice
Her reputation is severely tarnished.
forever.
If this was back in the day, there'd for sure be several like VH1 movies about this shit. You know what I mean? Like there'd
What
be.
is it tarnished because
docuseries.
she quote unquote lied on Tory? Because she was still shot.
She lied a lot though.
Yeah, she lied about multiple things. I mean,
If she
proven.
would have got shot and just said, "I don't know who did it. I want to get to the truth," the public perception
We'd
would have
love
been
Meg. Yeah.
way
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
But when you go tell people I ain't did this, when you're saying that you haven't had sex with somebody, you're sitting there painting this narrative that this guy's just this crazy ass person that hurt you, and then when the facts come out, because even when EJ went up there, they said she was constantly being in Tory's care. They felt safe with them around each other. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's not as cut and dry as this. You feel me? This guy that got drunk as fuck and he attacked a black woman. Like, no, when his facts came out, and what people are saying, it's like, okay, seems like everybody was on some bullshit that night.
And,
Yeah.
Tory's
Yeah.
a guy. Tory's a guy that didn't have the best reputation. There's been a lot of controversy
Exactly.
attached to his name. Megan, on the other hand, universally beloved. Everyone fucking loves Meg, especially prior to that. Think about this: she got into it with DaBaby. Everybody was like, "Fuck DaBaby." Da, 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 da. It was all on his helmet over that shit.
Well, he did some corny shit.
He did, no, for sure. But I'm just
Adam
saying,
said everybody's deleting it.
"Oh, okay."
Fucking Flacco. That's what he says. So we don't know.
Yeah,
Well, that's what you said in the beginning. We weren't posting until 4:30.
Yeah, that's what I said.
yeah.
If Mo ain't made a video yet, yeah.
I'm so let's operate under the assumption that it is true.
I think this
Well,
is still going to be the
Yeah,
verdict.
yeah, yeah. If that
Everything
is,
y'all said is still valid though.
right, no,
With this whole thing,
right,
And I feel like we've been saying the same thing since we've
a
been
while.
talking about it.
If that's true, is there a potential for there to be other punishment for Tory still for the gun possession other than deportation?
I feel like no matter what, they're going to be tripping.
They're gonna try to put something on that man, right?
No, I'm just saying as far as like Meg, I still feel like women are going to be like black women got fucked again, and you know it's going to be something. I don't think nobody is getting on top of this. Like,
And I can understand that sentiment, to be honest with you, like, but it's just
and even then too, like nobody can confirm that he said dance bitch on top of that. So
Right.
it's like it's all type of little things. It was like, damn.
and then like why wasn't that said off rip, and then why was that said later and then not emphasized? It's like the whole story is super convoluted, and I think that's what all of us want more than anything.
T-Real put let's go, Tory.
This will T-Rail, I believe in Flacco. Hilarious. We just want the damn
I
story.
know, I'm trying to get the story.
We just want. When there's nothing else to see.
Adam text me.
What do you say?
You know our business.
Oh, my bad.
Then why would
Damn.
you say? Why would you say that? then?
Yeah.
I didn't ask what's going on in that group chat.
Oh, okay.
No winning
But you didn't
for the
see-
men today,
But
Lush.
you didn't see me.
Yeah.
You didn't see me doing this for a long time.
No.
You didn't see? Did you see me going like this?
No.
Y'all didn't see me doing that?
You trying to pass me the phone?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
Pass it to me.
Like 20 minutes ago?
No.
Pass me the phone.
Wait,
I was trying to show you something else though. But
send it to me.
Pass Me the Phone as a song is crazy.
Huh.
Pass me the Hoover.
Yeah, but pass me the phone. Like, yo, are you cheating on me? Let me see your phone.
Oh,
here you go.
here we go.
That's a
Here we go.
That's a banger.
Here we fucking go.
That's a banger.
What else is on the list?
What we got? What we got?
Hey, wait,
Yo.
real quick though. Is everybody getting this supposed paperwork from Flacco?
That's why I said that we start this shit again. Cause it's not the first time that we done started some shit.
You sure? Yes. I don't think Josh knows.
Flacco, man.
The Monday show.
That ain't the Monday show.
That's Diet Monday.
They changed the name of it. There's just
Oh, yeah, the
it's called
Flacco.
Flacco and Friends.
Flacco and friends.
I miss Flacco on the Monday show.
Me too.
You gonna let him come back?
No.
You miss him?
I mean, we built it together, you know. So it's
Shit,
like,
I wouldn't miss
okay.
nobody that try to sabotage my shit.
It's a
Fuck
very,
them.
it's a very odd sentiment all of a sudden for you to be having. But
I do, but remember I was telling you, what was it, after we finished the Monday show last week, that I like how knowledgeable he is. I like how
He's
he knows
definitely very
stuff, how he's
knowledgeable.
able to break
Knowledgeable.
shit down. He can look at things from a different perspective because he's not like us.
But if you try to sabotage my situation, hey,
I don't think he tried. Honestly, I just think he wanted to get the fuck off the show. I
He
don't
definitely
think,
tried to sabotage the situation.
Do you think it was like a malicious thing or just him trying to get up out of there and he did?
I don't
like,
think it was malicious. I think he was scared.
I don't think he's like. I don't think
He was
he's
trying
like
to beat everybody to the punch.
right, and I don't think he's very like savvy on how he moves. So I think he was just like, I want to get off the show and I want to make sure I am in a good position and have a show, and that he didn't really care what happened to anybody else.
That's fucked up.
And I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying that's what it was motivated by more than like him trying to fuck everyone else over. It was more like him trying to take care of himself, and consequently, everyone gets fucked over. Not that makes it much better, but
Well,
let me find out you got Flacco for Secret Santa.
That'd be amazing.
Flacco ain't even on that list.
He's not.
Gina said, I'm going to take him off.
Damn, he's not on there, huh? You got people that barely be in the office on the list, and not him.
Well, Josh started a group chat and I asked everybody for their emails and he didn't send it.
He was like, I'm glad I'm away from her on the Monday show.
And this was
I
the
don't even
day.
want a Secret Santa.
What was this, like the Wednesday or the Tuesday after everything happened? I wasn't putting that nigga on there.
Oh my God.
Payback, bitch.
Damn.
He probably don't celebrate Christmas anyway, though.
I'm pretty sure
for
he
sure
does.
he do. He's like the most American person ever. Let's be honest.
Flacco's the most American person
No,
ever?
I'm joking, but I'm saying he for sure probably celebrates Christmas.
Do they celebrate it out there?
I'm not sure. In Liberia,
She said white people.
they celebrated in North Dakota for a show shot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah. It's like Santa's hood is very close to North Dakota. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe Josh got him something. Josh celebrate Christmas with us.
Do you celebrate Christmas with the kids, Josh?
Yeah, we do both.
Yeah.
We talked about that earlier. Josh is a
Fire.
Christmas guy, yeah.
Is your wife Christian? Or are y'all both Jewish?
It's Adam's sister.
What is Adam?
That means Josh turned Jewish.
No, I mean, you know Adam's not Jewish.
That's what I'm saying. So what is his wife?
She's Christian.
That's what I just asked.
Yeah.
Wait, your wife's not Jewish now because of you?
No.
Oh.
Don't work that way.
She could have converted if she
That's what I'm
wanted
saying.
to. Yeah.
She could have converted, but religion doesn't matter to me. So
Would you guys convert for your significant other?
Nope.
The thing is this too, the way Jewish like law works apparently, it's whatever religion the mother is. So technically, Josh's kids aren't
Or Jewish.
are not Jewish.
Oh, not Jewish.
Yeah, because his wife is Christian.
Would you convert for 10K?
No, 10K.
10K.
Well, you said you would shit on a girl for 10K.
10K is nothing. I'm joking.
Taking a shit and converting are two very
Two
different
very
things.
different things.
to be honest, they're pretty similar.
Wow.
I would convert before I shit on somebody.
Nah, fuck that.
10K is
Give me some Tommy's chili cheese fries right now.
yeah.
And $500.
You would do it for 500.
I mean, nah, but like, I
If
don't
it's
have-
my girl, she wants me to shit on her, I'm gonna shit on her and we're done after that.
yeah, I'm cool.
Wait, this is not a joke.
I'm being
I've
serious.
never. Of all-
I can't be with you no more. Shit, let me shit
you
all
said
over
we're
you.
No.
done.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, I'm thinking you're saying like I'm gonna do it and then I'm done.
And,
No,
and
we're
they're gonna
done.
make her some breakfast. Nah, fuck that. Like literally,
Shit those shitty ass out the house.
of all the disgusting, nasty things I've done, some of which we've talked about on the show,
Did you hear that about that?
there's never been any
Pooping.
shit play involved. But I mean, there's been some things that, anyways, we're not gonna get
Not
into
for the
that.
news.
Yeah.
What's up?
Don't
what
do
else?
it, Lush.
What else is up here?
Can I get to them yams?
Okay, this is fucking wild, all right?
The person
Woman arrives home to her Venice apartment and confronts a person who is inside the home with a large knife and samurai sword. The person says it's their house and shuts the door on the woman who called 911. LAPD responds. Person barricades themselves and takes a shower in the apartment. Okay.
Strange man inside her home. When
I mean,
us had
sounds pretty Venice to me.
Get out of here. Get out of my house. Get out of
They're
here.
off meth. Come on now.
Get out of here right now. You better watch it with that. Oh, holy. Oh, my God.
Davalos quickly called 911, but take another look at what she
Jesus
noticed
Christ.
just inside
I'll tell
the
you
door.
my take on this.
You see that big sword and the butcher knife the man had brought with him and placed on a table right by the front door.
Whoa.
Oh, her fucking eyes.
Yeah, she looked like she on meth. That's my new profile pic is this bitch right here.
Jesus Christ.
You need to screenshot it.
Yeah, please.
Jesus Christ.
Now here's the thing. I feel like a lot of this is obviously like communities like Venice.
Where's her nose?
Communities like Venice.
While we on her head.
She looks like some surgery went bad. Nah, but neighborhoods like Venice have always had a significant homeless presence, and nowadays more than ever, there's like entire parts like near Oakwood Park and Penmar Park and all those areas are just literally like mini Skid Rows. People just to the point where there's homeless people live amongst the population. Same way in like cities like Portland, Oregon, where homelessness is like accepted and encouraged to the point where they're like a part of the community to a degree. And now there's also these really ambiguous laws when it comes to property ownership and rental control, like rent control and things like that, where people, there's like squatters' rights. So people think they could go into a crib and set up shop and then like they're entitled to it because it's hard to quote unquote evict them and go through the process of doing that. And I think you add a little bit, just sprinkle a little bit of magic dust, aka crystal meth, in these equations, and that's a perfect recipe for samurai swords, home invasions for the sake of taking a shower.
I'm calling Batman.
Where you at?
Yeah. Because that's some scary shit.
Yeah.
You walk in the house to somebody with a sword. Where the fuck you get a sword from?
You can find a sword. I know where you can get a sword.
You can get swords.
But to even have the mindset that you're going to use a sword on somebody?
That's kind of cool.
It's fire.
Use a sword?
I mean, would I? Yeah, I would use it. Like somebody come in the house.
Oh, yeah. You get your dome
Fuck
shot.
the gun. If you walk in somebody's house and they have a samurai sword, you know what? This is not the house I want to be in.
Yeah.
That'll make me. What?
Well, it's like using a blade of any kind as opposed to shooting someone, it's so much more personal.
It's personal,
it's
right.
way more violent. You know what I mean? Like
Scream.
Yeah, 1000%. You get chopped by a sword. Even
Yeah.
if you survive, like think about what that's gonna do to you. That's gonna change you. It's gonna really change you.
I wonder how long has this person been watching her?
I don't know if there's too much cognitive
What's
thought
wrong
put
with her
into
nose?
it. Yeah.
Feels random.
And does she live by herself? Do we know that?
Looks like some plastic surgery gone wrong.
With my key and
I always, when I'm headed to my car at night, I just envision somebody waiting for me in the backseat.
This is what happens when there's gentrification.
What the hell?
and
You need to start watching Scream then.
I know.
Gentrification forces the communities that have been out living in these places for generations to get pushed up out of there. Shit like this happens. You get samurai swords.
Now he coming out with her towel.
Free that man. He didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing wrong.
He didn't do nothing
He
wrong.
didn't do nothing wrong.
He just had a sword.
Man, oh man, guys.
What else is going on in the world of news?
Everything's Megan Tory. Let me see if I can look at
What
some
about
of this shit.
Axe says Atlanta rappers are quiet? Oh, that's okay, yeah. What about Glorilla? Scroll up a little. It was Glorilla. Memphis choreographer. Okay, yeah, I saw that. Memphis choreographer says rapper Glorilla and labels CMG for dance.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
She just wants some money.
I mean, contracts.
Yep.
Contracts. Paperwork for the paper trail. You ain't got it, it don't even.
Facts.
That's it. If you got your paper, you got your paperwork. If not, she probably knows that she doesn't have paperwork.
That's why she needs to make these videos and talk to the news.
She's
and
using
do
it to
all
get
of that.
attention.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel it.
But you can't trademark a dance.
No. But you can trademark choreography.
You can?
What was the one that? What was the dance that?
Because I heard about what about the Fortnite shit?
That's what I was going to
Yeah,
say.
they said it.
That's how people are able to get money and shit.
Because of the Fortnite thing?
But she's not even talking about that. She's talking about getting paid for her doing the job.
Yeah, it's not about copyright infringement. It's about her getting compensated.
Because all she said was she was already doing this dance, but I just enhanced it. I told her do it more like this. So she not caring about the dance moves. She just didn't get paid for doing the service.
I mean, how many generations of creatives getting fucked over have we experienced to the point where people need to know that they need their paperwork straight, or else these conversations are just pointless and a dead end?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you feel like she did everything she needed to do in terms of reaching out to the camp, and nobody was answering her or responding. So she felt like she needs to go public with this. But there's no possible way that she had contracts.
How much
involved.
money per se do you get from somebody doing a dance?
Well, and
this more about the clout, I think, than it has
100%. This is a clout grab.
Now I can see in the Fortnite situation, it was like you're taking my dance and you're selling it.
Right.
That's a different story than somebody just doing a dance in a video.
Or like Shiggy and stuff like that.
She's probably feeling some sort of entitlement being that Glorilla's on these award shows doing a dance. She's going viral.
No, absolutely.
You next to Cardi B. You got Cardi B doing it. It's like, oh, I need some money for that.
Well, like when there was dudes like Wade Robson, like doing choreography for Britney Spears, motherfuckers getting paid like 6 figures, if not more, for those moves. So at a certain point. Now,
if you don't got the paperwork together, then it's not much,
And I assume this is referring to FNF, right? Is this like the dance from FNF, or is it different?
I seen her do it on multiple songs.
You do a lot of shit.
Yeah,
I want to say that's why I said the one with Cardi B.
Yeah,
she was on
yeah.
that. What was it? The VMAs they just performed at?
Yeah,
they was both on the stage doing the dance.
Okay, so in that sense, look, if the choreography was done before FNF, when you don't know if this artist is gonna pop off, it makes sense.
Well, look. If Glorilla had this dance before FNF, the lady's not saying that she created the dance. She's saying I just told her to do it like this. So Glorilla's dance.
Oh, then I don't even know it. So this bitch
That's why I said
saying,
this is clout.
She just put a little sauce on it.
This
basically?
This is just do a little hot sauce on it. This is just about her not getting paid for a service, dance lessons. Not she came in and
but wasn't
here's
this
the dance.
before she even blew up?
No, she said I helped her enhance the dance.
Yeah, if it was for like the Cardi B record and stuff, she's already popping because
But
FNF went viral.
FNF went viral, but I'm just saying, is this for the Cardi B thing then?
That's the first time I seen her do the dance. But from the video that the
No,
lady
she was
made,
doing it in FNF.
No, that's the first time I seen it. But because I noticed Cardi B doing it, so I'm like, oh, this not just something
Lil
that she was
Baby. There's a
doing
lot of
on
people
that
doing
video. This is something this is her signature shit.
Right.
That lady just came to enhance and help her with stage performance and stuff like that. So that's why it's not about the dance. It's about her getting paid for a service.
Beat it.
But that's why it seemed more like clout, because it's like you making it about this dance and saying that, you feel what I'm saying?
Now, but there is sometimes that little bit of extra sauce can change the whole entire dynamic of the dance to make it like come off way differently, right?
Yeah, I agree. Let's watch it. Can we watch the clip? Make sure we even talking about this in the right context.
You know her little signature move that she does? She was doing it one way. I choreographed it another way. And they've been doing it that way.
He said the person isn't mad about Glorilla taking a dance.
Tanika Good says in August, she was brought in to teach Glorilla some new moves ahead of an Amazon live stream at a dance studio in Atlanta.
I was, again, really excited to work with Glorilla because she's from Memphis. I'm from Memphis. I was like, it was an amazing, Chance.
She says when she arrived, she was told she'd be training not only the rapper herself, but her background dancers as well.
Memphis
she says
got
she
the best
worked with the
dancers,
team for more than
period,
5
by far.
hours.
See,
and
these
posted much of
videos
the
look
process
like
to Instagram
VMA
and videos like
Glorilla.
these. She says after the day was over, she was passed around between members of Glorilla's management team when she asked about payment.
Okay, are we grown or are we children? Like, this doesn't make any sense at all.
She says she was told she'd
Yeah.
be paid the next time
give
the
her
artist and her
300.
management came to
She needs to
Atlanta.
submit
4
an
months
invoice.
later, she still hasn't heard anything.
And it sounds like
Putting it on
she
my
said she
resume
was getting
doesn't look
passed
like
around
this.
through multiple
That was
members of
5
Glorilla's
hours
camp.
of my
But let's
time
not
that
act
I could
like
have been working
we
on
don't be doing
something else
nigga
or
shit and
doing
nigga shit don't be
something
happening.
Of course.
But
It's some
here it is,
services
I'm
I ain't been
trying to
paid
go
for
Oh,
since
back
Guilty
and
says she
forth
was
with
hired to help
grown
her,
men
and her dancers do the
about
dance.
who's supposed to pay
Glorilla
me.
refused to
Good
pay
says
her.
she spoke to friends in the industry who
I
had
mean, that's
similar
literally just
experiences
what
with
they said.
Glorilla.
Then it started
I'm
to
listening
come
to the
out
homie.
that everybody, all of her,
Shout out
all
to
her
the homie,
team, they're
though.
just they don't handle money well. And it's nothing against her because I truly do not believe that she knows.
After seeing
Yeah, this
business owner Kimberly
This is
Renfro
VMA Glorilla. This is Hip Hop Award performing stage Glorilla.
Right.
So she's already
on.
She not saying she created it. She just saying, hey,
Let me teach you how to swag this out.
Exactly. They didn't pay.
It doesn't even seem like that would be worth a significant amount of money either. Like what? That's $2,500 or some shit.
I mean,
Like,
whatever her daily rate, whatever her hourly rate is.
that sounds like a reasonable estimate? No,
I don't
It's
know
not
how much
reasonable.
choreographers get paid.
on the high side of reasonable. Yeah, because it's not even like she like constructed the dance or anything.
Yeah.
She just
But she could have been teaching them formation, teaching
sure.
them, different stuff. Because now this is different from
don't
being,
go like this, go like that.
Yeah, this different from being on the street doing a music video. Now y'all on a stage.
Which is a whole different art form.
Now you say that, maybe 5K, maybe 25K.
Okay,
5K is
5K.
'Cause you got
that's high.
At these
Heights.
award shows, like I was there at the Hip Hop Awards. She came down from the beginning of the owl and
Yeah.
came all the way down. She went on the stage. That's a lot of
Yeah, but
Yeah.
usually
So-
they have somebody appointed to train you for that.
And this might have been her.
I don't know. Because
Seems like a lot of people, like every week there's a new story about someone trying to like get further compensation or just ride Glorilla's wave.
That's what
like,
happened when you on the rise.
Yeah, no, but
now
it's,
everybody want to come out and say they created you. People want to come out and say they didn't get paid for songs and stuff like that. But it's like, well, where was y'all at when?
well, a lot of times that do be the case.
it just seems
Yeah.
like it's happening a disproportionately amount of times with her
I feel like
than other people.
I feel like it happened with Cardi B.
For
At
sure.
the beginning of Cardi B's
for
career.
sure, for sure.
It happened with Meg, the beginning of her career. Nicki had a lot of controversy in the beginning.
It seems like these female artists tend to have it more so than male artists, right?
Misogyny.
Today.
Reverse misogyny.
Yeah. Me and Les want to be more self-aware. How can
Yeah.
Can you please
Yeah.
give us lessons?
Yeah, let me know what to do.
Adam has told you guys this before.
We don't give a fuck what Adam tells us.
Adam, the women's rights activist. Adam. All right.
I'm just saying it's been said before from a white man.
What did he say exactly?
He kind of call y'all out a lot.
What? What did he
I
say?
mean, y'all on the show with him.
80, I'm lost.
Me too.
Josh?
No, Adam definitely said that you guys lack self-awareness. He said it on this week's episode, I think.
Regarding
That nigga do too.
regarding what
I didn't
though?
say that. That's not true.
Yeah. Adam lacks self-awareness too.
But in the context of our quote unquote misogyny, or just
No.
in general.
No misogyny.
I think it was a more general statement over a course of different things for different people. But as like,
That could be said with everybody here.
I mean, it's very difficult to maintain that much self-awareness in the like when you're going through discourse for several hours straight.
Yeah.
And like you have to kind of immerse yourself in the conversation and remove yourself, so that kind of requires a certain amount of like suspension of self-awareness. So it's kind of hard, you know.
No,
So-
that's definitely right. Because I think that's something that I have an issue with. Because AD done told me before, you worry too much about what it looked like instead
Right.
of just being comfortable and being you. So I think I have that issue, but in reverse, where I'm too fucking worried. You'll literally see me every now and then.
Yes. Gina would get mad. She see things, I'd be like, there ain't nothing to worry about. And
Just relax.
she'll want to cry about it. And I'd be like, well, I mean, I can't tell her how to feel about it.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I mean,
But if imagine if I just like took some pointers from y'all and just separated myself from certain shit,
well
then I won't.
Well, it's not even about separating. It's just like, look, who you are got you to where you at in life right now. So if you take that essence away, you're taking away your whole foundation of why you're dope.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what people say. As long as you feel like, hey, I'm living the way that I want to live, I'm doing things that I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. Somebody could go in here and say, oh, Lush is this, Lush is that. Is that going to stop Lush from performing the way that he's going to perform?
No, I'm saying not being self-aware could be a flaw, but being too self-aware can also be a flaw.
Self-conscious, being too self-conscious. Because the thing is, being self-aware requires, to a certain degree, knowing what resonates about you with people. Like, what do people like about Gina? Well, I think one of the things people like is like, oh, you seem like a chill ass around the way girl. You know what I mean? But if you're putting so much emphasis on looking perfect and being super on point and it makes you rigid and you're no longer the chill around the way girl, then you're kind of losing yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
and then people are going to see that and attack that as well too.
Right.
And just going to keep going down that rabbit hole of trying to please people.
Yeah.
It's impossible for any of us. But we're all doing our thing.
Just acknowledge it though.
Yeah.
Me, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, like, but to be fair,
I've been there. I've used to, but I'm like.
But to be fair though, you've been doing this for almost 3 years on this platform now, so it probably took a minute for you to get dialed in like that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, listen, the way I look at things is that, okay, if I keep advancing in life, being who I am, then obviously I'm doing something right. That don't mean I got all the answers. That don't mean that I'm right all the time. But there's something that people like or they fuck with. You know what I mean? Now, if I'm taking steps back, then I can be self-aware and be like, okay, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. But people like to pick and poke at every tiny single little detail. And if you fucking read into that shit, it's going to destroy you.
Self-awareness also doesn't mean critical. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between being aware of how you come across and then being hypercritical of yourself.
That's why
as
I said I think I'm too fucking self-aware, and it's
You're
a flaw because y'all know what the situation yesterday, which we know.
Yes.
I couldn't even. Like, I was literally shaking until I said no, stop, because I'm thinking like, if they don't get the fuck whatever they need to get together back there, it's gonna show in my face, and I need to be able to work. So I had to make sure that shit was straight before I can even sit there and talk to the girls.
Yeah, but certain stuff is out of your control.
Yeah,
and that's not your fault that situation
being
happened.
Self-aware, knowing that this is an issue such an issue for me that it's affecting my job.
And Gina, you have to understand something. Like, regardless of what the fans say, there's a reason why every single person in this office.
Wait, I'm not talking about fans. I'm talking about myself.
No.
This is internal. The fans.
No, it's internal.
This is the fans have nothing to do with.
You're valid for what you're saying right now.
No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, no, and I agree with that, and I know that's a separate issue. But I'm just saying, regarding the fans, there's a reason why everyone in this office puts you in interviews with them and fucks with, because everyone here knows your value and what you bring to the table.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what nobody else say.
Yeah. And
I'm talking about stuff that I battle with myself, where me being too self-aware, me being too conscious of shit, where some stuff I just should be like, it don't even fucking matter.
You gotta let certain things go.
But that's just your personality. You just gotta be able to look at yourself in the mirror and check that and just not let shit like that get to you. Because if you let everything get to you, I think you probably would have quit a long time ago.
For sure. Like what's crazy? Like, I've been in the entertainment industry for over 20 years, and I've been in a part of online communities since like 2005. And battle rap is a super competitive world where all the fans scrutinize you to
I know they harsh.
Very, very harsh.
The battle rap fans is hard.
They're crazy as fuck, and I've got completely used to that and know how to navigate that space really well. And so I thought that this would kind of be easy as a result, because battle rap is so fucking harsh. But this is like a whole different skill set, learning how to not only develop as a podcaster, but to navigate the fan base of this arena is like nothing else I've ever experienced.
I had learned that battle rap fans is so damn harsh when Geechee had a bar for somebody that was in the crowd that kept yelling.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, I don't even know if I would be able to take that in person.
Well, and that's the difference between there's a lot of people that are just trolls in the battle rap community that will never show their face, but way more so over here. Like you'll get it face to face in battle rap.
Right.
You're gonna have to know how to deal with
You're
that.
not gonna get it face to face here.
No.
Who's worse, battle rap fans or sports critics?
I think sports are like super crazy because it's so much bigger. So sports fans
are real diehard.
And the thing is this, they feel like, yeah, it's generational. It's been going on for so much longer. And they feel, because like you go to a football game, there's 100,000 people there. You're so far removed from the people that are on the field. The 100,000 people in the crowd are so removed from the 22 on the field, as opposed to in battle rap, there's like maybe 1,200 in the crowd, and there's 10 people on the stage, and you could talk to anyone in the building. Damn near.
You think they meaner though?
I think that because there's less fear of a consequence, you know what I mean? Like you could be in the crowd and say whatever the fuck you wanted. You could be like,
the environment.
Like fuck LeBron, he's trash. There's no real consequence to that. There's no real merit to it, as opposed to like if you say like fuck Geechee, you might get put in a bar.
For sure.
You know what I mean? You might actually get pressed after the battle.
You're 100% getting pressed after the battle.
Yeah, like so it's a lot deeper.
I fear being in a battle rap bar.
But the way that every single thing on a podcast could be taken out of context, scrutinized. People have like agendas and they'll kind of like tailor to it. And they could like, I could say one thing and it could be taken 5 different ways.
Yeah.
If you just take it out of context snippet and put it online.
And then too, these motherfuckers will love you, hate you, love you, hate you, love you, hate you, love you. Doesn't matter. As long as you keep watching, it is what it is.
You watching.
Keep watching.
Once you on at a certain point. Yeah.
We got any more news?
Well, even if we did, I'm out this motherfucker.
Oh, we done?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's 2:00.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. See y'all next Monday.
Monday, yep.
No, we won't see y'all Monday.
Well, yeah, we're about to film for Monday.
No news on Monday.